You know that feeling when you wake up in the morning? Your knees are stiff, your energy is just gone, and you feel like your body is aging faster than it should. We spend hundreds of dollars on fancy supplements. We chase every single superfood trend that pops up on our feed. But what if I told you the answer has been sitting in the back of your pantry this whole time? It's probably hiding behind that old can of beans you bought 3 years ago. I'm talking about tahini. Yes, the sesame paste you only use to make hummus. But if you think this is just a dip ingredient, you are missing out on one of the most potent biological hacks for your heart, your hormones, and your pain. Today, we are going deep into the science of sesame, and I'm going to show you why just 1 tablespoon of this stuff might be more effective than some of the medications in your cabinet. Let's start with something that affects almost everyone eventually: pain. Specifically, knee pain and osteoarthritis. We usually pop a Tylenol and hope for the best, right? But look at this study. Researchers took patients with knee osteoarthritis and gave them 40 grams of sesame seeds daily. They compared them to a control group receiving standard medical therapy like Tylenol. The results? The sesame group saw a significant decrease in serum total cholesterol and, crucially, a marker of oxidative stress called MDA. Basically, it helped lower the inflammation driving the pain. That is wild, right? A simple seed doing the work of a pharmaceutical? But it gets even better. If you are watching your blood sugar, or if you have type 2 diabetes, you need to pay attention. A massive systematic review, which is basically the gold standard of evidence, looked at hundreds of participants. They found that consuming sesame significantly reduced fasting blood sugar and HbA1c levels. It actually helps your body handle sugar better. So that post-lunch crash you feel? Tahini might actually help smooth that out. Now let's talk about the number 1 killer: heart disease. High blood pressure is silent, but it's dangerous. But check this out. In a study of healthy men, eating just 50 grams of tahini lowered diastolic blood pressure significantly just 4 hours after eating it. It also lowered their pulse rate. It improves endothelial function, which is basically how well your blood vessels can relax and open up. Okay, now I need to speak to the ladies for a second, especially if you are dealing with PCOS or menopause. Sesame seeds are packed with lignans like sesamine and sesamolin. These are phytoestrogens. Now, don't get scared by the word estrogen. These plant compounds can actually help balance your hormones. In women with PCOS, seed cycling, which includes sesame seeds during the luteal phase, was shown to help regulate menstrual cycles. It even helped normalize hormone levels like LH and FSH. And for menopause? Studies suggest these lignans can act like weak estrogen when your natural levels drop, potentially helping with those symptoms that make you want to scream. Okay, I'm getting excited, but we have to talk about the brain, because nobody wants to lose their memory as they age. Sesame lignans have been shown to suppress age-related cognitive decline in animal studies. They reduce oxidative stress in the brain, specifically in the cerebral cortex. In a human study, a supplement containing sesamine improved psychomotor speed and processing speed in people with mild cognitive impairment. So it literally helps your brain work faster. But before you run to the kitchen and start eating it by the jar, we need to have a serious talk. There are risks, and this is really important. First, sesame is a major allergen. If you have a tree nut allergy, you need to be careful because there's cross-reactivity. Severe reactions, including anaphylaxis, can happen. So if you get itchy or have trouble breathing, stop immediately. But here's a scary one that nobody talks about. If you are on blood thinners, specifically warfarin or Jantivin, you need to be very, very careful. There's a case report of a man whose INR levels, that's how they measure blood clotting, spiked dangerously high after he consumed a goji berry wine. But the interaction principle applies here too. Sesame naturally thins the blood and has antiplatelet properties, so combining it with warfarin can make your blood too thin and increase bleeding risk. So please, talk to your doctor if you're on medication. So, how do you eat it? Don't just eat a spoonful of raw tahini unless you want your mouth to be glued shut. It is sticky. Mix it with lemon juice and garlic for a salad dressing. Swirl it into your oatmeal, or just buy the squeezable bottles that are ready to use. Start with 1 tablespoon a day. That's all you need to start seeing the benefits for your heart, your joints, and your energy. It's time to stop ignoring the superfood in your pantry. If you found this helpful, hit that like button so more people can find this info. And subscribe for more science-backed health hacks. See you in the next one.